Our perception of nature is often composed of a small number of snapshots from a transformation that took millions of years. Rivers, mountains, deserts, all a result of a gentle, invisible force that shaped the world into what it is today. But what if there was a way to zoom out of our little magnifying glasses? A way to see an entire time-lapse of the beautiful evolution. This is Utah, a place where colorful landscapes and desolate silence immerse you into the never-ending story of nature's most delicate painting. I think we're like halfway through the hike. Look at the scenery behind me. There's like the red rocks just towering over the valley. And then like towards the bottom, that's where like the contrast of the green comes in. And then like the river flowing down in the middle of the valley. Looks sick. We made it to the top. This is where Scott's Overlook is. And then that's where the start to Angel's Landing is. Using the chains. It's very steep. Yeah, dude, if there's no chain here, this would have been very difficult. But there's like slots in on the footboard, so it makes it a lot easier. Little slots like this, so you can put your feet in. The weather is perfect. It's like a little cool, and then the sun like warms up your skin. It's pretty technical over here, but the chains really help a lot. Because at this point it's a lot of like pushing down on the rocks and then pulling up with the chains. I think this is the final stretch. We're basically at the top. Rays of light reflect off of the Navajo sandstone and fill Zion Valley with a warm orange glow. In the sky, silhouettes of California condors soaring around Angel's Landing guide my eyes in different directions. On one side is the entrance to a dark, narrow ravine that continues for miles into the Zion wilderness, and on the other, a wide open window that gradually blends into the surrounding landscape. In the middle of both vistas, the Artist, a small river that meanders its way through the otherwise quiet sanctuary. We're almost at the end of the hike. I think that's Angel's Landing. We went all the way up there, then came down in the back. And now we're in the valley. This is gonna be our last night in Zion, so I wanted to end with a nice sunset. It's like an overlook near La Virgen, and the road to get to it is pretty sketchy in my opinion. Definitely no job for a Toyota Corolla, but you gotta do what you gotta do for the views. Wow, look at this. Got away from the city. Now it seems like I'm in the middle of nowhere. I really want to get a nice picture of the mountain range. The sun's going to be setting right next to it, so I think the golden hour will be very soon. I think what's going to happen is the sun is just going to come under the clouds. And when it does, I think this whole canyon will be lit up on this side. And I'll see what kind of cool pictures I can get. It's starting to come a little bit, but there's still one cloud. Day 2 in Zion. Once again, woke up early. But today, instead of going into the valley, we're going around it to the canyon overlook. And it should be a pretty short hike to the top. our way to Bryce, we came across the Pink Coral Sand Dune State Park. So we're gonna check it out. I think you can sled down the sand dunes. So we rented a sled and we're gonna see how it goes. Weather is really nice. It looks really hot, but the wind is really cool. Not the hard part. Going back up. We decided to come to Bryce Point. It's our first day in Bryce National Park. And we have been greeted with a beautiful sunset looking over the whole park. I've been getting some really nice pictures of the shadow of the canyon. And there's some rain in the background, which looks really nice. The sun just went down. Got some really nice pictures of the sunset. Unfortunately, the clouds blocked the sun before it went behind the trees, but still very cool. This whole side was lit up with golden colors. Got some nice panels on this side. We're gonna come back tomorrow to go down into the valley and do some hikes down there. And probably gonna come in the morning again for the sunrise. Sunset on this side, so sunrise should be on this side, and it'll light up this whole area up underneath with hopefully like really cool golden colors. So that should be pretty cool. It's really windy right now. You can hear the wind howling behind me, but got some really nice pictures of the sunrise. I'm really glad the sun came out eventually, but the canyon below creates like really cool shadows. And on this side, all of like the pillars are lit up. Looked really nice. No one here, just me. Middle of Bryce. We're doing the Queen's Garden Trail, going down to the garden and then coming back up. Pretty straightforward, but I'm looking forward to seeing what the canyon looks like from the bottom, because so far we've only seen it from the top, from Bryce Point.
Hoodoos. What a strange name. But how else do you describe these mysterious rock formations? They look fragile from a quick glance, almost like they're on the brink of collapsing, yet have survived through some of the most unforgiving conditions. Each one stands proudly and peacefully watches over the tiny little humans who've come to walk alongside them.
When you come down into the canyon, you get a much better idea of how big these hoodoos are. These pillar things that you see behind me are called hoodoos. It's very cool. You're surrounded by hundreds of them. Another day in Utah and another sunrise. This morning we're starting off at Capitol Reef. It's 4 a.m. Came out here to stargaze a little bit. I already see the Milky Way in the sky, so I'm gonna try to get some pictures of it with my 35mm. What was that?
I don't know where I'm going.
Wait, what?
Not a clue.
Alright, so I don't know where we're going. Whew, it's very cold. Once again, we're at the viewpoint. I can't really see anything but the galaxy. I took a few pictures to get the composition down, and I'm gonna try attempting to take a time lapse of the Milky Way. I used one of the apps to see where the Milky Way would be in like 30 minutes to an hour. So it should like slowly go into the frame. It's my first time taking a time lapse, so not sure how it will turn out, but if it turns out good, here's the footage. Took a quick nap in the car. The sun is coming out behind the big rocks behind me. I'm gonna try to get maybe a sun flare between the two rocks. Definitely one of the least popular parks in Utah. We started the Moab trail. I think this is a really iconic view of the hut and then the cliffs in the back. Should be pretty moderate. Sun is coming down hard.
There's no eye-catching hoodoos or monumental canyons here, but that's part of the unique experience at Capitol Reef. It's a space where I'm encouraged to take a closer look at the land I've been walking on. Shrubs of cacti are scattered throughout the whole park with no real pattern, and carved out lines in the shape of waves resemble the ups and downs of the bigger picture.
Starting the Hickman Trail to the Hickman Bridge. We came from over there, came down, crossed the road. I think there's like a cool little bridge or something up here. Not really sure. Guess one way to find out. Heading back to our car. We went all the way over there. That's where Hickman's Bridge was. And we came down to the road. And that's where this trail starts. And this will lead us back into the canyon and to our car. We could have taken the road, but that goes past where we parked and then comes back around, so I think it ends up being even longer. The sun's coming down and pretty close to the car, but because of the walls on each side, it's getting a little dark in here. But the tips of the walls are still bright orange. Almost at the end. Sun is setting. It's lighting up the cliffs behind me. Another day in Moab and another sunrise. And today we're doing the sunrise at Arches National Park, more specifically the Delicate Arch. A lot of people here, surprisingly. Did not think this many people would want to wake up this early in the morning. But here we are. The sun is not coming up yet, so I think we should be good on timing. Got some really nice pictures of the sunrise.
If you figure out how to keep it all the way.
I feel like you only see this part from the pictures, but this is what the surrounding looks like. And most people sit on this like ledge that goes around the arch. Really nice views. Next on the list is Devil's Garden. It's supposed to be around 8 miles. Did 3 this morning. Not really sure what to expect on this trail, except the double O arch, which is supposed to be a popular arch here.
Every arch has some unique characteristic that sets it apart from the rest. It might be the thin crown in the center that's hanging by a thread, or the almond-like shape of its small window. But one thing all of them have in common is how seamlessly they blend into the surrounding terrain. I can almost visualize the water rushing through small gaps and holes to create this connected maze of intricate designs.
Made some new friends hiking the rest of the primitive trail with them. They let me follow along. This part looked really cool. There's like a bunch of pillars and then the mountains in the back. And we're done with the trail. Not too bad. Like moderate. Luckily it wasn't wet. Everything was pretty dry, so traction was good. And we're on our way to do the Windows Trail, which is one big loop. There's more than 2,000 arches in this park. It looks really cool. The drive was really scenic, and the rocks are smoother and they look softer than the other parks. We decided to come back to Canyonlands today during sunset hours. Perfect time to come to the park. The heat is not bad, and the colors will slowly start changing as the sun goes down. And then you'll see the shadows elongate. And also most of the people have left by now, those that have come in the morning. Perfect time to take pictures.
It's kind of hard to capture the scale of what I'm looking at. There's no real sense of perspective. Out near the horizon, snow-peaked mountains border giant slabs of rock that emerge from the ground, and down below, an invisible river has sculpted the plateau into the shape of white-rimmed fractals. But with every ending minute of the day, growing shadows help reveal the true size of each element.
The sun just set and I got some really nice pictures of these cliffs and also the mountains on the other side of this viewpoint. The clouds are still a little purple and pink. What a great spot to see the sunset from in Canyonlands. On today's Moab adventures, I'm going skydiving. The sun is up, the weather is nice. At the airport, don't really know what to expect, but the conditions are more than good.
Jay, what's up?
Nothing much, chilling. We out here in Moab.
Skydiving, whose idea was that?
It was my idea, I've always wanted to go, so
Come on, man.
It's time.
You ready?
I'm ready, yeah.
Let's get it!
Utah is one of the few places in the world where different time periods throughout history come together and transport you to another world. Behind each little feature in the flat, grainy view of Earth is a story from the past waiting to be discovered by the next wanderer. As I'm falling back to reality, I get one last look of the slowly evolving mural and take a mental snapshot to remember this brief moment of complete silence.